Alright guys, Noodles1994 here, and I'm showing you a few duels with random decks. I'm going to start doing I think I'm going to call this series a Day of Dueling, where I just show you random duels that I've had that I don't really play a lot of. I don't really play my normal warrior pendulum deck a lot, so I decided that I'll just make a new compilation of just me doing rant. Like, I have a lot of decks that I rarely use because they're really gimmicky. Just like normal warriors are. Um, Normal pendulums in general are just really gimmicky, so I don't really use them all that much. But I do want to at least show you guys the decks that I do have and that I do use from time to time. This being one of them, to where I just want to have some fun. And as you can see, I'm facing some blue eyes with normal warriors. I do play reinforcement. I play it at 2, and then I play underdog at 3, and then everything else is normals. But he uses reckless, gets out the first the dragons. Summoned out Whitestone. He crashes Whitestone, so Whitestone dies, so we can add a blue eyes to hand. That way he can activate a trade-in, which I don't think is a very good idea at all, because he took, like, what was it, 23? So I just go for it, you know. I still do have the normal summon, but, I just go for it, make out 2 Excaliburs, just beat over him, you know, ain't nothing. Yeah, he can only be destroyed by normal monsters, so I can't really get around that. So I figured I'll just have to beat over him one way or another. And then I ran into Dragon, which crashed, thankfully. And he only crashed because of Dragonhorn Hunter, which if he's in a pendulum zone, he adds 200 attack to all normal monsters, which is the only reason why I got over it. And it's game at this point, obviously. The normal warrior deck, and this is the one that I actually get the playoff with. The whole reason why I made the deck was based around one card that the heroic challengers, I believe, they can get him out and they make him at 5,000, and he pretty much just blows up the field and can't be destroyed by anything. So it's like, hey, I can't really do anything. So, like, oh, I can't be destroyed, you know. So you'll see him in a bit, but it's number 86. Yeah, the heroic champions. My bad, not challengers. The heroic champions can get him out their turn 1, and he'll be at a 5,000 attack because of their monsters. And it takes 2 or more, maximum of 5, level 4 warriors, and if he has 5, he can destroy all cards your opponent controls. At the end of during my opponent's end phase, I have to detach 1. So at 4, he goes to your opponent cannot normal or special, and then at 3, he's unaffected by other card effects. At 2, he gains 1,500 attack, and at 1, he cannot be destroyed by battle. What that means is, at 1 or more, he gets all the effects. So if he has 5, he has all of the effects, which is what you normally want to go for. That way you can just blow up the field and do however much damage you can. But he's playing Earthbound, and I just draw crazily because I want all warriors. I want to get the 5 warriors out, and I also need to draw into some pendulums. And then I just draw into the heart of the underdog to stop, and then I just go at it. Now this is just me trying to get over him. I thought I could target him with number 101, but I couldn't, so I had to go for Diamond Direwolves, top off the field spell. Maybe I don't get him out. I activate another Heart of the Underdog, just so I can get double draws. He activates Snatch Steal on number 101. He'll negate being destroyed, of course. Okay, yeah. This is where I get him out. Okay, so I do get him out. And I just draw like a boss. Because now I only have 3 spells in the deck that can make me stop drawing. And I want the warriors because I used a lot of them last turn. So I just keep going for it. Because like while I'm doing this, I'm counting. I'm counting to see what I'm at. So I knew when I could actually stop. And I get 5 of them, make him, and then I just activate him, blow up the field, and it's GG because I blew up the snatch steal, so I got my number 101 back, and I was gonna hit him for 3,000 and then 21. So it was a good game though. I liked that I actually got him out, even though I don't really play this deck anymore. I'm not showing you my normal warriors because I've only played that deck like all of like 5 times. But I am bringing you Battery Man. I kind of actually want to make this deck in real life, even though I don't have a lot of people to play it with. But this is a Battery Man versus Ghost Trick Monarchs, which is pretty cool. I'm using a OTK Battery Man now that 9-volt is a thing. I've always wanted to make a Battery Man, but the only deck at the time was Battery Man OTK with a double A, I believe. And you'd just like special summon 3 of him, and then there'd be at 3,000, and you'd just swing for game. I Fiendish Chain is Ghost Trick because I know the shenanigans of Ghost Trick. But he sacks it for Ryza, the Storm Monarch. I decide to Fiendish Chain him as well. He gets a Caius. He ends, which means I can activate a Microcell now. I also run Caius, so I'm just going to tribute his Ryza for Caius and then get rid of the Return of the Monarchs. He's going to bottomless my Caius though. And I still have Microcell, so I can still get the flip effect. He can't do anything. I don't know why he didn't set that, but he didn't. And this is where I go off. Microcell specials out 9-volt, and then I can special summon Fuel Cell, tribute summon Charger, normal summon 9-volt, and then just swing for game. Probably the last one unless I decide to put more on this. But this is Blue Eyes that I made a year ago whenever the structure deck came out against Shadalls. And it's Mound of the Bound Shadalls, which I haven't seen anything of. And of course, since you're playing Mound of the Bound, you're playing Malefics. So there's all that kind of shenanigans with malefics. And I just set Angel, set the Lance in MST because I can't really do anything. So he's going to play Mound of the Bound. I'm going to MST it because I don't want Mound of the Bound to be out. I don't want him to do Mound of the Bound shenanigans. And I draw into cards consonant to be a dead draw, so I don't do anything. He's going to go ahead flip Lizard. And now I don't get my Angel effect because he wasn't destroyed by battle. Draw into Mirror Force, go ahead and set it. And he has a set Dragon now, and he goes Terraforming, so we can get Mound of the Bound. He returns Mirror Force to my hand, goes Laval Chain, and gets a Curry Bandit to top deck, and then just shuffles it again, so he can get out Rainbow Dragon. So I don't know why he didn't get out Rainbow Dragon first. And I drew an MST, which was awesome, so I could MST Mound of the Bound. And he drew into Shadal Dragon because he shuffled because he sent Rainbow Dragon from the deck to the grave. And he's just gonna go plus. He didn't attack with a Volval Chain for some reason, and I drew into I just draw into Draw Power, pretty much. And then I just go for the Blue Eyes Maiden, Wonder Wand, Chain Maiden, special out of Blue Eyes. At this point, I'll just poke him for the 500. Main phase 2, sync it up for Azure Eyes. Now he draws into the Curry Bandit, which he'll play. I'm guessing he's hoping to get the Field Spell because he has a Field Barrier in hand. I don't know. I don't remember what he actually gets. Yeah, he does get the Field Spell, okay. And I drew into Trade In, which is great. So I just swing. And then since I drew into my tuners, I'll go ahead and stink them up. So they're unaffected by everything. They can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects until the end of the next turn. For some reason, he just doesn't play Mound of the Bound. And I'd special out of Blue Eyes, and then the other Azure Eyes would go off, and I'd special out another Blue Eyes. So I'd have two 2,500 meters and two 3,000 meters, and he just decided to scoop at that point.